public defender's office. And I'm living this for 4 months, so I know. And so I go to court last month, and I'm afraid to go. And my attorney, I quickly realize, is ISIS. So I fucking know something's going on in the public defender's office, but I don't know how deep it is. My judge, however, is fine. I just looked this up yesterday. I had court today. The judge was changed. The courtroom was changed. But yesterday, when I went to pick up dope there, I stopped by, and everybody that I've known for 30 fucking years in the public defender's office is gone, and everybody in the front office, including Maria, who's the one who's in charge of programs, that's probably them, not the sheriff. So the next thing is, that's the last thing. They've annihilated everybody in the Civic Center that matters, and the people that own the businesses that they took over on 4th Street, and the ones that they allowed to stay that were profitable, they will annihilate just about now. Okay, so, and then they'll infiltrate the rest of it. That's how they're doing it. They want to fit in for those who might be
replacing people or cloning them, just replacing.
Exactly, cloning them. And you know, if you just have a brief conversation, always just keeping in perspective. If you're ISIS, I'm not giving you information. I'm always careful in my mind, pretending that you always know that they are. You will find your answer. I
so
promise.
Like Blade Runner, you ask a couple emotional questions to see if
no,
they're
you
real.
don't ask questions. Let me put a stop to that right now. Again, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, Ron. And you'll nip this fucker in the bud. It'll take you literally 5 minutes of the conversation. You do not try to probe for answers, questions. They will know. And they're 70 IQ, and you're way up there with B220. It's going to, within 5 minutes, you'll know it. Because what's going to happen is communication is going to transpire. You're going to know that you don't know this person. Always say it's ISIS. Whether they're white, I don't give a fuck what color. Nigger, I don't care. They're all the different races, okay? And you don't know. They just kind of fit in. They know very little on the superficial surface, but they can't hold a regular conversation on a little bit deeper now. So this is where you're going to take it. Don't forget this. It's most important. So you have to always take faith, telling the truth. And you are ISIS. I'm on my best behavior because I ain't fucking giving myself away. So it'll present itself, Ron. You do not inquire. It'll present itself. I promise. Wait till it presents itself. Don't fuck up. Within 5 minutes, it'll present itself. And then all of a sudden, it'll hit you and you'll ask the question. And holy fucking shit, you'll be overwhelmed by the stupid. It's overwhelmingly fucking Putin, ISIS, because the 70 IQ that they are is because they're from a dictatorship and they are out there. They don't know everything about our country. They think the 2/3 majority in Congress right now, the 2/3 majority for the first time in our history in the judicial, and the fact that we have an ignorant, moronic Republican president who wants to do business with fucking Russia was the key time in which to fucking go ahead and expose who they are by exploiting what they were here to do. They infiltrated, our CIA did this. So the last people to go are our military, our congressional. I'll tell you right now, you're going to start freaking out. It's going to start to freak you out. You'll get out on time because you're smart, and they are killing. Anyway, I'll tell you right now so that you don't freak out, because the fine line between paranoia and reality I had to figure out along the way, and it's very hard. So I'm going to tell you right now, the president has nothing to do with it. Obama, I don't believe that's anything to do with it. He could have. It's irrelevant. All that matters is the current president. He has nothing to do with it. He's just ignorant, and he's a capitalist who is greedy, okay? That's all. So keep that in perspective so you don't lose your mind, okay? But the thing is, the way that they see that you'll view it is it makes us far more vulnerable, and now is the right time. For the first time in history, it's the 2/3. So this is what they were saying before they fucking... This is what they did. I have one final note. This is how it really started, because I'm not the one witnessing it, my friend did. They knew to have a conversation while they were walking by people. Anybody that knew anything about anything, they could exploit it, and they would expose themselves, in which I did. You don't, even if you're smart, you don't know you're walking into their trap. So I'll tell you the exact words. Two coming by in a conversation. What do you think about the genocide in Santa Ana of the 3rd, you know?
So how many people do you think they took?
Hold on a minute. You gotta hear this part. What do you think of the genocide of the third of the people, of the third, they said, not of the people, of the third, which stood for minority because I know what it means, right? Everything's two-thirds first in our history. And we have a Republican president. In other words, we have no voice. What do you think of the genocide? So it's just an innocent statement because you're thinking, yeah, it kind of sounds like you get us riled up because we're American. Hey, yeah, you're smothering our voice. We don't have a voice. Two-thirds majority rules. Boom, I pick up a fake microphone. I start asking all the attorneys going into the courtroom, hey, what do you think of a oh, fuck. You know, after feeling so great I could be a journalist. And boom, I just fucking exposed myself. Then I quickly realized I was exploited. They needed to weed out the people that knew something wrong. I'm a fucking intellect. I'm not a moron. So then it's like, then you gotta deal with, you know, hey, I don't want to sound crazy. Oh my God, I'm fucking scared.
That's my truck right there.
I'll tell you right now, Ron. It's always questionable, that fine line. Where they're at in the infiltration this time around, I'm certain, but it's still questionable. However, I'll give you a lot of probability, 85%, they've already killed several houses. I've knocked on several doors. I've experienced the first phase. In retrospect, I've looked at how it's all gone down. And then I arrived back at this and the fucking immediacy of it all. And the vulnerability of this canyon and the fact that they followed me here. It was the only breathing space I had. But they saw it as an opportunity. They've been staking it out. That's why I could breathe for a while. They weren't smothering me, even though they were up and down the one street. I wasn't being smothered because I had everybody around me. It's just, no, it wasn't the big city. They weren't jumping on the bus. And last night, I'm telling you right now, they told me Maria and the other guy got promoted. You think I'd fucking believe it for a minute? I know Maria. I know all these public defenders. They love me so much. They act like they want to be a private criminal attorney and take my motherfucking cases because they think I'm a genius. And they're all gone. Now, to top it off, while they were fucking segregating us, they were moving us till we're all gone. And now it's one big, just one line you can walk through. Look at my train of thought. They were pulling up all kinds
This is in Santa Ana.
They were pulling up all kinds of concrete, putting up notices from the county that there was a county contract with it, when in fact there wasn't. They'd already killed the supervisors. I know this because they didn't have any more board meetings, and they.
Okay, who's the county
I mean, in
supervisor?
retrospect, they didn't have any more board meetings, and then there was a fake ACLU. You look back, you know, for the most part, I had everything in perspective to survive it and get out.
So they brought people in to take those roles to look like this place is still functioning.
Ron, I'm trying. I want to accommodate your questions too. I have to calm down and hyperventilate. So let me tell you how it goes. So when it gets to the point that first of all, you got to kill off the county. And you got to come in those trucks right there. And I guarantee you that's ISIS. Now, you go in, you kill the county supervisors. From there, you kill the county organizations, the only ones that matter. And that is, i.e., the bus drivers, which are 85% of, but only in North Orange County. How do I know? Because I had to travel Santa Ana to south, and I know it. And further south, you understand? Well, only what was necessary, do you understand? And the only reason why they came as far south as they did right here at El Toro and fucking Portola is because it reaches from Santa Ana, and that is a key factor. You've got to go back and forth. So that was it. It stops there. But take it a step further, they're following me now. Go up to the canyon that they didn't realize was there. The notes, not even notes, the things they were saying, let me calm down. I'm going to answer your questions. You have valid questions. They're good questions. I want this in perspective so that I can put that in perspective.
You feel they followed you. They know where you are.
Okay, so here's the deal. I told you how they exploited me. I put in perspective that my friend's really the one who saw him come out because it was easier to just tell you I saw something than to explain the whole scenario without giving you a lot of detail as to how we arrived and that I fucking concluded this with my own intellect. Then I'm seeing somebody fly through in a fucking invisible suit I've never seen. So I get to this fucking apartment, only I don't realize the extent of I see it all downtown. I'm not realizing I have so much to deal with. But I'm fucking brilliant, I know that. and I got my ass out of there. However, I make a mistake, but not really. I don't know yet enough. And I stop at this Sunset Motel that was converted into an apartment for low-income housing. They, at that point, it obviously makes sense when I think in retrospect, which I can't give you those details, had extended from the Civic Center going towards Tustin. They wanted to reach Tustin and finish that border. It was quicker. It's quicker. It's not a very long distance. And finish up by the train, it's crucial. And they have all the entire... If you went down there right now, you will see we're doing construction.
I've read the trains being near the train tracks was really important for moving people.
Listen, it's all about infrastructure. Don't you understand? The bus drivers go first. The fucking county supervisors, too. They go immediately. There's enough of them, they kill them all off. There's only 10 supervisors, 8, 12, whatever the fuck they are. That's easy. They kill them. You think the judge and everybody else is going to need to talk to a county supervisor? The cops, only very few, and very few sheriffs. They need their cards, they need to pretend they're them and use their name. That's why when they arrested me a few times, I was fucking terrified. I was going to the wilderness and having them cut my throat. But they weren't at that point yet. Again, in retrospect, I knew it was 50-50, so I won that one. And I only encountered one who put me in his car, and he was one of them. But in retrospect, I look back again on how it's all going down and where they're at and their organization and how they're... This has to happen, I barely fucking missed it. Had it been a week later, I was fucking dead. Okay, so anyway, he fucking was pissed. He fucking ran into a tree because I was jaywalking. He fucking ran into a fucking tree. Boom!
Where, Santa Ana?
Okay, listen, he was Santa Ana, just crossing the Tustin border. I'm jaywalking. I'm running for my life at this point from ISIS. This is the first of it. I'm fucking terrified. I'm trying to get to my sister. They intimidate you not to be on the bus. They're gonna annihilate you to revert the bus, and they're kind of going for it. You gotta discern and figure out what they're doing here, there, and everywhere, and you can put 2 and 2 together and then sum it up, But not before you get this. You gotta get this part, that part. So at first I'm jumping off the bus, and then I'm in an area. It's a long stretch of industrial. I cannot get there, but to expose myself big time. So I'm trying to fucking run. And ISIS is following me in their cars. There's tons of them. They're already on my tail. They know I get out, because they hear me say what I say. I've been exploited. It's exposed. But I slip through the fingers, except for the fucking last place I end up, rather than goddamn continuing to walk. God damn it. Couldn't know it. I stop at my friend's place, who's got that fucking low-income housing, just in the last place on the border of Tustin and Santa Ana. And again, in retrospect, I realized why they had people living in the apartment, because they needed them there. Holy shit. So anyway, the city of Santa Ana, they give housing vouchers, and they have the Sunset Motel. So again, in retrospect, they'd already killed the county workers. They do not have to kill the city council. And the only reason why I know it is I pick up a newspaper, and ironically enough, the entire city council in 3 cities have been completely and utterly replaced, saying that you do not represent our beliefs.
So you're saying the county supervisors and the boards have been replaced in 3 different places?
Okay, listen to me. I'm going to tell you one.
I mean,
I'll give you details when I think it's necessary, like city council. I'm not giving you the details about the sheriff. You can figure it out and sum it up. You don't want...
Settle down.
Okay, let me calm down. Okay,
sounds pretty clear.
Let me say this.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
This is how they come in. If you're going to take over... You want to take over a community at a time. If you can take over a community at a time, and you're in all 50 states, the most ideal areas are the fucking lower class. They are the home. Let me finish.
Yep.
They are the undesirables. You get rid of the undesirables first.
Or less connections. They can go easier.
Listen, less connections obviously is there. These are people that are uneducated in Santa Ana. They're also illegal. They don't have much of a voice. Homeless people as well that won't be missed.
They can be enticed into shelters easily.
I'm telling you right now, they took them to that shelter. I've escaped it. I'm escaping again, Ron. God, I wish I could go with you, but when you figure it all out, I'll be running by myself.
Well, put it this way, you're not alone. I know other people that think like you do.
Listen, don't fucking tell me how I think you're going to be in it.
No, I didn't say
Ron,
how
you are
think.
going to be in it. And this is why we're having, I promise you, I fucking swear on my blood, this is happening. I think they're fucking dead up there already.
Okay, now settle down on this one fact.
Okay.
The
So
invisible people are
backtrack.
coming out of the manhole covers. They're coming out of the street with pipe bombs.
Okay, not till the. Okay, well, don't try to start. Let me reiterate. Let me go back in time now, because you've heard enough. You put a wrinkle in your brain. Now let me go over from start to finish and quickly sum it up, and boom, and a click. Okay.
Can we stop for just 1 second while I get a soda? I'm fucking thirsty as hell.
I'd rather not, because you're right now. You're ripe to ask me those questions. So what you said was very crucial. Now we're going to go through it, and Ron's way of asking the question will satisfy it.
Well, just the qualifiers. That's all.
Just quickly. So the county supervisor board, they are in charge, obviously, of every county worker, whatever else your contract. Okay, you immediately kill off the board. There are 12 of them.
The decision makers for local stuff.
Yes, when you kill off the board, all the county workers there are not saying, where's the board members? The board members meet once a month. They had 4 consecutive, fantastic, elaborate, with fake ACLU shit there about the homeless, in which the fucking genocides put us in shelter. Get funding to go towards that. And
Lots of funding.
Okay, listen, so they get it all because they are officially the board, okay? They're the official fucking board, do you understand?
So this is like Skid Row where they cleared out the streets, same kind of thing.
Okay, so listen, let me say it one more time. So let's say you say there's 12 people that are on the board. Who's going to miss them? Well, we're at the county courthouse. The courthouse is just across the street. What the fuck are they going to know? I mean, we got to kill them quick. We get it before people find out. So I'm just going to give you the order. It's done.
At the end of the month, there's people going to
Don't ask me how many days it takes. You'll figure that part out.
Yeah, end of the month, they're going to try to
The
figure out
first
what's
people
going on.
that go are the fucking county supervisors. That's 12 county supervisors, because that's infrastructure. That's
Decision makers, too.
Please let me finish. Please let me talk. It's infrastructure. There's also a fucking, unfortunately, a California state law, so that every county, and this is how they're going to infiltrate in every county, and this is why I got to get to the motherfucking goddamn Congress, and I don't know how to do it yet. My mind is racing. I couldn't escape them, and I might not escape them this time. There's too many of them. They watch me go in this car, but they don't know about the Abbey. I do, and then there's a way out of there. But listen, I've got to escape them, and believe me, I make one false move, they're on me like flies on shit. They'll follow me at the mouth. I might not make it. Anyway, Ron, listen. I'll make it out to the city, but I won't make it out of their presence, and they'll fucking let me know it. Okay, so let me backtrack. So you killed 12 county supervisors because, like you said, decision makers as well, and I was just getting ready to...
Yeah, local decisions.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. So what's most important about the local decisions? What do they need? Infrastructure has always been key, and so has been transportation as part of that infrastructure.
That's all it is.
They immediately... That's county. So when they kill off the supervisory board, they take all of their ISIS and immediately replace the fucking workers. And we're not talking fire you. Why should they fire them?
No, but it causes paperwork. People get attention.
They're cutting their fucking throats immediately. The supervisory board is cut. All the throats of them are cut. You have the city of Santa Ana now, okay? Now, the city council was going to have a supposed meeting. It was ISIS, okay? So I know how they nipped that in the bud. They killed all them off, as well as the city council all at once. But when I picked up a newspaper about